Good morning, my name is Nick Kelly, Kelly's Lawn and Landscaping. Today, we're going to tear out this old frame from this flower bed, this raised bed here, and we're going to replace it with a new railroad tie border and retaining wall. It'll be a little tricky today because the ground is frozen. It's a balmy 16 degrees this morning, but with the crew that I have, we're in good shape and ready to go. So come along and join us today. My plan is going to be to tear this out. We're going to pull up the 4x4s and tear this out, and hopefully the dirt is going to be frozen enough that it will stay, and if not, then we'll just have to dig back. But if the dirt will stay, we'll be able to lay the footer for the railroad ties. We'll come right off the corner of the building, lay the footer in 57 limestone. That way the freeze and the thaw of the ground doesn't disrupt the railroad tie, and then we'll be able to come right off and build right up in front of it. So that'll allow us to add some stone behind it to allow for drainage. That way the hydrodynamic pressure doesn't push the tie wall over, and it'll drain properly, and they'll never have to worry about it as long as they're here. The hard part will be dealing with the frozen ground this morning for sure. Up the transit laser so that we can shoot grade. So you always want to start at the lowest end. Wherever the lowest part of your wall is going to be, that's where you want to begin. And the reason for that is it's much easier to build up than it is to dig down. And structurally, it'll make your wall stronger. So we can set up this automatic. I've got a auto self-leveling grade laser here. Got some nice duct tape around the bottom of it. That was due to the fact that I was resting on a dump truck one time and it slid off the end, broke completely in half. Put it back together, duct taped it up, and it works. Our favorite tool is duct tape. Right there. We're actually lower there than we are here.
This is low end?
Yep. So we're not gonna, but it's only like 1/8 of an inch. It's really not bad. We'll have to just make sure that we dig to make it all about the same all the way down through here, and we'll be in good shape.
What about this hump right here?
Yeah, hump's gonna have to go. Figure right. What?
Get out of the way, Timmy.
Yes, get out the way of the laser. So let's figure right here. So then, as we come across,
That's got to come out for a minute.
yeah, let's set the string so we know exactly what. This
No, the other hand.
tape measure?
Tape measure.
Timmy makes fun of me all the time because I'm the only contractor that never has a tape measure. I always do things like measure off the corner of the shovel or whatever. But it works.
It's one of them $3 tape measures.
You know, our ancient ancestors never had a tape measure. They measured with sticks.
So
And
don't
it
we?
worked out very well. 48 I think is too far to the outer, or unless we go to the outer edge. Yeah, let's do 48 right here. Yep.
That's the outside?
Yep, that's the outside. Because you'll lose 8 inches with the railroad tie. Reshoot grade. The outside edge. Little slip knot on the end of these strings is definitely your friend. Instead of having to tie and retie, you can just stick it through and put it around. And then when you're all done, be done with the slip knot and you're ready to go. Make sure that our wall is nice and straight. So we're gonna put these pieces in, and we're gonna get them nice and level with our 4-foot level. We've already got our limestone down. Mr. Chainsaw did some amazing cut work. So now we've just got to sludge the back down just a little bit to get this thing to level up right, and then we're going to be able to set the rest of our pieces. Right now we're about 1/8 of a bubble off, so we're just going to tap the back down. Be ready to roll. We always want to try to lean our pieces back just a little bit, so they have just a little bit of a backward lean. That way, if there is any movement forward, it'll move it back to level as opposed to falling it over. So what we're going to do is, if you look, we're about a 1/2 a tie short down here. So we're actually going to use the full tie and move it all the way down to the corner, and the part we're going to cut, we're going to put in the middle of the wall, which would make the corner more stable. So we're actually going to scoot this big one all the way down and then put a cut piece in between in the center, because then we'll overlap them and it'll really strengthen it. Yep. A few more. As long as we get enough rock under it, the freeze and the thaw won't move the railroad tie, you know what I mean? Maybe we had a little bit of adjustment. Tim, top of that. Top of that. Maybe. Let's see what we got. Shut up.
I'm in danger.
Come on. Give it to me. One time. One time, Dad. That one ain't moving. Well, when you set them back an inch, again, it gives it strength to hold back whatever we're holding back, whether it's dirt or rock or whatever. It doesn't allow it to tip forward. You know, if it's all the way out here on the edge, a little bit of movement, get it going that way, and then gravity will take its toll. If you step it back that inch, a little bit of movement, it's got a long way to flip all the way over. All right, so getting real close to the end here. Since we're only going too high, we put rebar into the bottom level so that it won't move back and forth. Some people like to do rebar through the whole thing. For us, we like to use these lumber tight screws. This is a 12-inch, and it'll just tighten everything up. As you can see, it'll go in, sit flat, screw down through and almost through the other tie, but it does a really nice job of holding it together. We drive these in a couple different ways. We'll use our gas-powered Echo drill, or we'll use the driver, the DeWalt driver. Sometimes they go in nice and easy, and sometimes they don't. It's really important that when you get on them, you stay square on top of them. When you're driving them down in, if you get to moving left to right, they'll bend, or if you get to trying to push them in too fast, they'll strip out, and then they're a nightmare to get out. But that'll be the last little bit, and hopefully we'll be able to show you a finished product here shortly. Here we are, complete. It took us about 6.5 hours. As you can see, we've got the top tacked in, bottom all set, level. Ties, the last one was. Everything is square. I had to take a little bit of dirt out the top, which was a a little unexpected, but that's okay. And it's gonna make a perfect flower bed. The homeowner wants to plant butterfly bushes on down through, and that'll just be a beautiful backdrop for this shop. All in, all done. Railroad tie wall, Kelly's Lawn and Landscape. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw, press like, subscribe, and if you didn't like what you saw, make sure to leave something in the comments. We'd love to hear what you think. Thanks.